So I get a lot of comments and a lot of questions on my videos, my South Florida videos in particular. So what I decided to do was take a couple of minutes, well actually it's going to be more than a couple of minutes, a couple 2 or 10 minutes to kind of answer some of those questions, guys. So don't go nowhere, stay tuned. What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the channel Pay Yourself Back. I am your host, C-Lo. Did you know that it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you're new here, don't even think about it, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Shout out to all my subscribers. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you for rocking with me. I really appreciate it. Now, this is not going to be a long, drawn out video. Well, it might take longer than my normal videos. But guys, do me a favor, watch it from start to finish because you might miss something in between. I have had people who left comments asking me a question about something throughout the video. And if they had to watch the whole video, they would have known that I addressed that question. So do me a favor, watch the video from start to finish. Now, you know we're going to have some fun with answering these questions. All right, so I picked out about 10 questions. So let's go ahead and get into it. Number 1 from Cake Mix. Nice video. Has the move from Washington to Florida been worth it both financially and mentally? Financially speaking, I haven't really lost any money. I haven't really made a lot more, but I haven't lost any either. So it's about even, which is a good thing for me because you don't want to move somewhere and then get a job making less money than you did and you had the previous job, unless, you know, there was some room enough for upward mobility. So financially speaking, I'm good. We're about the same. Mentally speaking, I'm kind of opening a new chapter in my life by moving down here to Florida. Florida has a lot to offer. It's a beautiful place. It kind of speaks for itself. So mentally, I mean, the calmness, the serenity of like some of the views and places that you can visit around here in the ocean is mentally stimulating to me. So yeah, it's been in that regard, it's been worth it. Number 2, great videos. We live in Denmark, but after spending a month in South Florida last winter, we decided to move there in the coming future. So your channel is great to follow. Do you have a video on the equipment that you use? So no, I don't have a video, but the equipment that I use real quick is what you're seeing me on right now is this camera right here, which is the Canon M3 mirrorless camera. I use this camera when I'm like at home doing face-to-face type videos. When I'm out and about, when you see me, this is my workhorse right here. This is the Sony Action Cam, the FDR X3000, which is a 4K camera. I also have my K&F Concept microphone here, which is an external microphone. And this is my selfie stick. This is a Fujitech, and this thing extends out about 4 or 5 feet. So when I'm walking down the street and I'm like, this is what I use right here when you see me. I have several other action cameras, Sony, but I also use this. This is the GoPro Hero 6 Black. I don't use this as much because this is a 4K camera. Both of these are actually 4K cameras. I don't use this one as much because it has a tendency to freeze up. So that's a bummer for me. GoPro, brand new cameras, and these cameras aren't cheap. But Sony, I mean, they both have different capabilities, but I like the Sony the best. When you see me doing those aerial videos and those aerial shots, this is what I use right here. This is my DJI Spark. I've had this for about a month and it works really well. The only problem it's not really a problem, it just does 1080p and 30 frames per second, which the picture is not as crystal clear as when I had my Unique Typhoon Q500. That one just stopped working, so I decided just to get a smaller one. I put this one in my backpack as opposed to that big thing right there. I had to get a big case, and it's like, you know, it was great when it worked. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, it's just outdated, and Unique is just, That's a whole nother video. So number 3, what other states have you lived in? Any other states? I don't know, that's the second question. So I am originally from Austin, Texas. Go hook 'em horns, go Longhorns. I don't know, it's been so long. But I have lived in Monterey, California. I've lived in Watertown, New York, which is about 75 miles north of Syracuse. I lived in Colorado Springs. I lived in Wahiawa, Hawaii. I've lived in Washington State, Tacoma, where I just come from. And I've been overseas through the military. I've been to Bosnia, Haiti, where else? Afghanistan, Iraq. I've been all over the place. I've been to Germany. I've been to England. I've been to several different places, just kind of around the world. So I've been around. So I know what I'm talking about when I say certain things. You read between the lines. Okay, number 4. What about rent a room? I'm relocating to South Florida for school, trying to figure out how I'm going to survive down there. Well, to be honest with you, I can't help you on how you're going to survive. I mean, that's up to you. But if you are a student, you're looking to rent a room, what I can tell you is be careful. There's a lot of scams going on down here, and a lot of people posing as legitimate people, and they are or they are not. So make sure, don't ever give anybody cash money up front. Make sure that you do your research, your homework, and that rental agency is legit, because what happens a lot of times is a lot of fraud going on. People will pose as a homeowner or whoever, and they rent your room, you give them the cash deposit, and they're just somebody who sees an article or something in the Craigslist or something, and they'll put their contact information in there, and they turn out to be just a scammer. You gave people like 2 and 3 times the rent or whatever, the deposit, and then they're going with your money. So be mindful of that. As far as what you're going to do, I can't help you on that one. I mean, but just be mindful if you're going to deal with an agency. Make sure they are who they say they are. I'm gonna skip number 5 and go to number 6. Yo, how you doing, boss? I'm moving to Central South Florida in about 1.5 years. I'm selling everything and just coming by myself or with myself. In your opinion, how much should I have in pocket? Also, what neighborhoods do you suggest? How much you should have in pocket depends on your lifestyle. I can't really tell you how much you should have, but I would just recommend and suggest that you have at least 6 to 7 months of salary when you come down here, because you got to figure if you're going to. I was fortunate because I had family, so I was covered. So my situation is probably different from if you're coming cold turkey without nothing and you're just looking to rent a hotel room, a motel room, or whatever the case may be. Make sure you have about 6 to 7 months of salary, because sometimes it takes a while to get a job down here. Unless you have one of those skilled labor experiences, you know what I'm saying? A welder, plumber, electrician, carpenter. Otherwise, might take you a little bit longer. So bring you about 6 to 7 months of salary. I mean, what neighborhoods do I suggest, or do you suggest? Depends on your lifestyle again. I mean, if you want to live for cheap, you're going to live in the hood. You're going to live in the hood. I mean, that's just something just going to be straight up. If you want to live in a nice neighborhood, you're going to pay. And they're nice. I'm partial to Hollywood. The rent down here is expensive. I'm going to tell you that right now. But I can't really say what neighborhoods that you should live in or recommend to you, because I don't know what your lifestyle is. I don't know how you like to live. You say you're coming by yourself. Bachelor, I don't know. I mean, the apartment, condo, townhome, just depends on, you're going to pay more if you want to live in a nicer neighborhood. Number 7, did you have a job lined up before you went down, or did you get one when you got there? No, I did not have a job lined up at all. I had looked at jobs online before I came down, and I was disappointed when I saw the salaries. However, I'm the type of person I'm determined. I'm a self-starter, self-motivator, and I know that I have some credentials. I knew that I had something to offer employers. I was bringing something to the table. I wasn't just coming down here just with nothing. So I knew I had skill, I had education. So I knew I couldn't lose. So the answer is no, I didn't. But I stayed proactive, and I ended up getting a pretty good job. So number 8, this comment comes from Hat Lou. I don't understand why people are coming to Florida too many people are here already. Kind of a dumb question. And it's kind of a dumb question. I mean, why does anybody do anything? Because you have options, because you can, because you want to. Number 9, what do you do for a living? I don't do anything special, guys. I don't put my personal business out there on any social media platforms. I just don't do that. It's too risky nowadays. So all I would say is that I work for a living. I'm no different than the next person. I just work a little bit harder to get what I want. I'm willing to do what a lot of people probably won't do to get what they want, and that's to work for it. That's the hustle. I mean, that's the name of the game. So I'm no different. I just work. Number 10, I GTFO out of Florida. It's a shithole. Too GD humid and the GD bugs. OMFG. Wow. Somebody was having a bad experience, but life is what you make it, guys. I mean, like I say, I get a lot of comments. The majority of the comments are positive. You know, you just got to take life as it is. I mean, everything is not going to be perfect everywhere you go. If it's to the point to where you just can't deal with it, then by all means, you know, you got to go somewhere else. But hey, I mean, if it's something that you can work with or work around, something feasible for you, your situation, your family, or whatever, hey, make it happen. Florida's a beautiful place. I mean, there's no denying that. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to address those questions, answer those questions. If you guys would like to see a video of anywhere in particular down here or an event, just leave me a comment and I'll try to do that video for you within the bounds of reason. Also, I know if you made it to the end of this video and you're watching me right now, thumbs up, kudos to you guys. Thank you very much for watching the entire video. I know that I'm about 3 videos in the hole for requests. I apologize, I've been busy, but I'm going to work on getting those videos, those requests out for those videos to you guys soon. So with that being said, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you tuning in to Pay Yourself Back. Be well, my friend. CeeLos out, baby.